everybody, welcome back to Active Player Network. My name is Anne, and today we're going to be teaching you how to play 5-Minute Chase from Board&Dice. In this game, you get the chance to experience a wild jailbreak that you see opening up as it spreads across your entire gaming table. You'll be taking on the role of either the chaser or the runner, and you'll actually get a chance to switch positions between rounds. So today we're going to be talking about how to play 5-Minute Chase with just 2 people. You can actually play with 2 to 4 people if you split folks up onto teams. For each round, some people will be the chasers and some people will be the runners, and you're racing to collect certain types of victory tokens. So the first thing you're going to do when setting up the game is you'll take the prison tile and set that in the middle of the table. Next, you'll be determining who the chaser is, and you'll go ahead and hand out the chase markers to the chaser. Next, you'll take the 6 starting route cards and place them in front of the runner. You can tell which ones these are because they have red backs. So you'll shuffle them up and hand them over. Next up, you're going to take the 25 remaining route cards and the 3 hideout cards and shuffle them together. You'll see all of these cards have gray backs. Once you're done with that, you're going to take this pile, split it equally in half, and place those 2 different decks in front of the runner. With your 6 starting route cards, you'll go ahead and shuffle these red-backed cards up, and then the runner is going to take 2 from the top and go ahead and use those to start the game. Once you have your 2 head start cards from the red pile, you're able to take as much time as you want when you're the runner to figure out how you want to start matching up the roads to give yourself the best advantage. Because once those cards get put on the table, the chase begins. Now there are 2 sides to this game, so we're going to get started with how you play as the runner. What you're trying to do is get from the prison to your safe house, but along the way, you have to place and match your tiles in a way that allows you to evade the chaser and collect these 3 items: the map, the money, and your keys. Now, of course, when you're matching up your route, it's not as simple as simply making sure the streets on the cards meet. There are a few critical rules to note. Each tile can only be placed adjacent to one other tile. You can't wrap back around the way you came. You can't turn back around and start your route in the opposite direction on a tile that was placed previously. Now, aside from adjacency rules, there are other rules that govern the way that you have to build out your chase path. Once you meet a police roadblock, what do? You can't go on with empty road, and you can't go on with another police roadblock. What you can do is duck for cover behind some trees. If you place trees adjacent to a matching road with a police roadblock, you're good to go. Chase on. This is not an acceptable path. However, this is. As a runner, I have my 2 separate stacks of tiles to lay down on the table to make my path. I can only be holding 1 at a time, but I can shuffle through as many as I want. As soon as I place these down, I'm able to pick up my deck and start looking. What I'm looking for is something that matches one of these other paths, and it looks like I found it, so I can keep on moseying. If I get to the point that I don't have anything else that I feel like I can match up, then I'll go ahead and grab the second pile and start shuffling through that until I have found something that works for me to continue my route. The round will come to a close if you get caught or if you make it to the safe house with all of your items, but you have to make sure that no mistakes were made. So head on back and follow the whole path to the end. You'll want to make sure that roads meet roads and roadblocks are meeting roads with trees on them. So now it's time to take a look at what the chaser is going to be doing while the runner is placing their route tiles. The chaser will be given the chase markers, and as soon as those head start tiles hit the table, it's game on. they're going to begin questioning witnesses. In each of the 4 corners of the card, you're going to be seeing witnesses who are looking in multiple directions. Now, it's your job as the chaser to find the corner with the most people looking in the way that the route is moving and match the symbol in their corner of the card before you move on to the next one. The only exception is that on the last card, you're going to be looking for the most people looking back in the direction that the runner came from. Once you've done that, you place your hand over the tile and end that chase. First, check your road and make sure that all police roadblocks are followed by trees and vice versa, and that everything connects up the way that it is supposed to. Now it's time to check the route for the chaser. Starting with the tile next to the prison, you will flip and maintain its left to right or top to bottom orientation. You can tell if it was correct if the route is connected with one of the symbols you placed. In this case, the square matches the square. Now, of course, as you check if the chaser made a mistake, you'll be able to see that when you flip the cards, the symbols do not match. And of course, a small victory will be awarded to the runner. If no mistakes were made with the chase, then a small victory is awarded to the chaser at that time. And you switch positions for the next round. So how do you win 5-minute chase? Well, there are 3 separate win conditions. Number 1, you can achieve 2 perfect victories as a runner, making it all the way to the safe house with your map, cash, and keys with a perfect route without getting caught by your chaser. Number 2, you can achieve 1 perfect victory and 1 small victory. Or number 3, you can get 3 small victories. There are, of course, slight variations to the rules for 3- and 4-person play, and if you have a look at the rulebook inside 5-Minute Chase, it'll also give you some other variants for play to keep things exciting and make sure that you are on the tip of your toes. Thanks for joining us here on Active Player Network. If you liked the video, please go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/ActivePlayerNetwork. Make sure you don't miss out on blogs, vlogs, and giveaways by heading over to our Facebook fan page, facebook.com/ActivePlayerNetwork, and hitting the like button. Join our discussions on Twitter at ActivePlayerNet, and follow our antics on Instagram at Active Player Network. We'll see you next time on Get the Game. Play on.